Welcome back, fellow scrubs. This is Mark D. Wiz. It's Monday, so we got Pocket Fighter EX, a community-based game not affiliated with Capcom or SNK or anybody else. Just a by the fans, for the fans kind of situation. So, let us dig right in. So we discussed last time about having like this light you see here, right here. When we do a knockdown, notice how it kind of flickers there. And what we did is that eventually, if we keep knocking him down, and he's gonna die before it happens, but we'll that's fine, we'll kill him. We'll kill him. The effect takes place over multiple rounds, so that's alright. Keep knocking him down. I'm gonna need one more round. It's a little randomized. There it is. Now notice the light has gone out. And if we hit him again, knock him down, it flickers, but it doesn't come back up. So that's what we ended up doing last time. Yep, get up. So we had discussed, well, when you're on the other side of the screen, it will still take place. Even if we put these side by side here, might make them a little easier to see. So we're gonna have the camera over here. So even if you're off screen, notice how it still flickered, even though the knockdown took place all the way over here. So the problem with that is that you're not even seeing the effect at that point. So the point was raised that perhaps it should only happen when you're on screen. Because the idea is that the impact near the light is causing the light to flicker. And if you're beating them against the opposite wall, then what sense does it make that that light flickers and will eventually go out on the other side? Not too much. So I figure we should make it so it doesn't do it unless you're in proximity, right? Makes sense. The problem is, no, it's not. The problem is that the system that takes in the event does not contain any additional information other than a knockdown occurred somewhere. We don't know where, just somewhere. So the next logical course of action is to be able to give it some sort of context. Where did this happen? So I would say, oh, that's right, EL1M, you followed earlier during the countdown. Thank you for that. Me and my friend are playing this today and we love it. Well, thank you very much. I am very happy to hear that. The next version should be even better. Whenever it's done. We want to know, is there any way we could support this financially? Well, this is a free-to-play game. Obviously, it's a fan game, and I can't charge any money for it. So, no. The short answer is no. No, there is unfortunately no way to support the game itself. I do have a Patreon to support the things that I do personally. But that's multiple things, multiple projects, the stream, all that sort of stuff. It's not supporting the game itself. You know what? I should have put, yeah, I'm so dumb. I should have put that in as a bot shortcut. You're right. How did I forget that one? I think, oh, Scrubbot's sleeping. Let's see. Is Scrubbot sleeping? No, he's there. All right, hold on. Let me get a link. Trying to. Here we go. Copy. There. Patreon/GameDevScrubs. Again, that's just for me and the things that I do. It's not for any one project. It's not for a team. It's just me. I'll make that very, very clear. But on there you can get advanced builds of the projects that I work on and stuff like that, code samples, etc., etc. So yeah, go ahead and check that out if you're interested. As I just beat on Ken here for no apparent reason. So what I wanted to do is to enhance the code functionality to pass in. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I want to enhance the code so that it can tell what object reported the knockdown, and the implication there is that the object that's reporting the knockdown is the one that got knocked down. And so included in that, if we include the object reference, we can then find out what the position of that object is and then make a determination. You know, how far away was the character from the light. And if that's the case, then if it's close enough, then we say, yeah, it hits. Let's see, chat says, Iori is my favorite character. Can't wait to see him. I really want to use him. I have a feeling the next character might be Kyo. Well, Iori is definitely the next character. And then after that, we've got the ones that I've laid out in the plan. Would be Chun-Li, Guile, and Kyo, and Mai. So there'll be those four would be the next. So, Iori is definitely the one that's being worked on now, and he's being worked on in conjunction with the online play. Hey, hey, thanks for the sub. Yeah. I'm working on the GGPO game net play for online play, but that's taking precedence now. Stop, it's my birthday tomorrow. Well, happy birthday! Iori's next in online plays on the way. So doing the online play code now, because if I start Iori now, and then I do the online code, I'm going to have to redo Iori. So the online code is getting the priority right now, and then Iori is going to be worked on right after that. And then the rest of the characters from there. I haven't decided yet which one's going to be next after Iori. I typically don't have that idea in my head until we're at that point. So it just kind of is what it is. I try not to get too far ahead of myself. When's Ed and Falk? Never. Alright? Never. Who the fuck wants Ed and Falk? You have so many other characters from 5. You got G, you've got Rashid, you've got Colleen. They're all infinitely more interesting. Minot. Who else is new? Zeku? I don't look warm on Zeku. Who else is new in there? Abigail? No, that's Abigail. Colleen's kind of interesting because of like the double jump and all the sliding around and stuff. She's kind of like Maki in that way, and Guy, where they've got those run cancels, and she has that sliding thing she can do. So she's pretty neat. But no Ed and Falk. I'm sorry. I can confirm right now, Ed and Falk are off the table. Unless Street Fighter 6 turns them around and does something absolutely crazy with them. My opinion of them is in the gutter. Oh, G. Jeez, I keep thinking of G all the time. Yeah, when's Hakan? Never. No Hakan. No Ed, no Falk. I'd rather put Rufus in than Hakan. And I know a lot of people hate Rufus, but I don't hate Rufus. El Fuerte? You know, honestly, as much hate as El Fuerte gets, he's not that bad in terms of the Street Fighter cast for new characters. You know, I mean, if you want to consider 4 to be new, he's one of the more least offensive ones. Joining the El Fuerte waiting room. I think he kind of fits right in. He's just like a goofball wrestler. He's just kind of, I don't know. He's just a goofball wrestler. I thought he was kind of fun. All right, let's open up the. Oh shoot! Let's open up our blinking. Where's our blinking? City layer first. Broken light. Here we are. Our blinking light here. We want to open this script up. Now let's see if we can add the information that we want into this. I also learned a new coding trick, and I'll show it to you if it works. Hey! Thank you! Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's some hyper support, man. Thanks. Where is it here? Oh, shared event listener. Here we are. No Shindan. Jesus Christ. Look, if there's gonna be, he's talking about Kage. That's the joke. That his moves look like Dan's, so he's Shindan. If I was going to add Shindan, there's no way I'm gonna add him. I'd add Evil Ryu in a heartbeat instead. There's no contest there. I mean, come on. Why would there be? Okay, so here's shared event here. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. That's some high honors. Thank you. I mean, it's only going to get better from here. I think we're going to really figure out where the game stands in terms of design when the online gets in. And when that happens, we're going to have to make some big adjustments. You know, I think the combo system's pretty good, but I think we got to really see how the neutral works. Oh, I appreciate that too. I probably will be too. I'll probably have this special night just playing it. Yeah. You're always going to be fun to well, we've got them kind of designed, but to implement that design is going to be pretty fun. There's still some questions left, you know, and what to add exactly here and there. But we think we got a pretty good idea of what we're going to do. Let's see. This is... How does this work now? We add... I can't remember what it... Okay, the shared event. Yeah, it's a scriptable object, right? Yeah. Here we are. So go to definition. This makes this a little tough. You do? Okay. I've gotten mixed opinions about the neutral. But feel free to leave your input in the Discord too. Let me get that in there. I'd like to hear your extended thoughts about it. And at least if it's in the Discord, I can look back on it and reference it. Oh, you're already there. Oh, okay. Fair enough. well, thanks for joining the Discord in advance. Not enough ham reversals. Come on, you've got EX Shoryu, you've got EX Rising Tackle. What do you need, man? They're fully invincible. I don't think what else. I guess supers are, but Wake Up Supers are looked down upon. Well, it gets the job done sometimes. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you like it. Okay, listeners. All right, here's one thing that we might be able to do for this coding trick. So here, when the event is called, it's going to check with the listeners and call the event on the unshared event. So if I do a question, I think the thing is, if I do a question mark here, what this does is it checks to see if this thing actually exists. If this is a null, then it won't do anything. And that's a quick and dirty way to check. So otherwise what you would have to do is say if listeners is not equal to null. Oh, I killed it. Why don't I do this again? And then that would check to see if it's null. Then I don't need the question mark. But the quick and dirty way to do this, well, not even dirty, it's kind of clean actually. Just put the question mark there. And then that checks to see if the thing actually exists or not. And then it will attempt to do this on here. So this is actually directly accessing this one here. My problem with this is, how do we add more information here? Let's see, chat says, I find myself doing crouching short, crouching forward, auto power max, and then to whatever comes to mind. Yeah, I gotcha. Wait, crouching short, that should be light kick, right? And crouching forward should be medium kick, right? So that would be the holding down back and heavy kick in this game. So, okay, that still links in the public one. All right, so that's actually changed a little bit, where now crouching light kick will not link into down back. Not down back as in Tatsu, but just holding the down back direction to the heavy kick. Yeah, so I changed that. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. So what you can do is you can do the crouching short or the crouching light kick, and then do crouching light punch, and then you can link into, because the light punch, both standing and crouching light punches will link into that crouching medium kick, command normal. So just keep that in mind when the next one comes out. Yeah, I changed that a little bit, and I think, yeah, pretty much. The crouching light kick into the crouching medium kick is actually a glitch, so I ended up fixing that. So some of the frame data was off by a frame, and it was a glitch in the hit stun code, but that's been worked out. So unfortunately, that doesn't work anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I think it sort of makes sense, because you get the advantage of that being the low hit. So as long as you do that and then link it to your crouching light punch, and then link that to your crouching medium kick, then you'll be fine. And you can do the Hadouken from there, and that'll hit. It'll still hit that. Likewise, you could do 2 crouching light punches, or a standing light punch, then a crouching light punch, mix and match, etc., etc. But if you start with the crouching light kick, you'll have to go to crouching light punch to then get that. That was the original intention anyway. Whether or not it actually works out in practice is debatable, but that was the original idea. Okay, so that was the one trick I wanted to show you, putting this question mark in. I've heard of it before, but I got reminded of it today, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to actually try that and see how that works. But the other thing here I've got to figure out is, how do we add more information to this event? I've heard of Pocket Rumble, but I have not played it. The simplifications that they had made did not sound all that appealing, so I didn't play it. So here is, that's the listeners. Where's the event itself here? Oh, this doesn't even have the event in it, does it? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Okay, I see how I designed this now. It's been a while since I looked at this. So this shared event scriptable object actually doesn't have the event in it. It's just kind of a beacon for this event here to take place. Huh, okay. We have a problem then. Well, yeah, I think once the net plays in, people will start to take notice of it. Like right now, it's like, oh, it's a fan game. Alright, that's fine, that's cool. It's got versus mode, whatever. And when it's got online, most games, most fan games don't have that at all even, so I think that'll turn a few heads. I think that'll help out. And it'll certainly help me test the design and figure out where the problems are. Alright, it's going to compile because we made that one change. Yeah, so here's the problem that I think is going to occur here. Is we've got the fighter characters script is the one that actually implements this shared event. Oh, hold on. Let me turn off the maximize here. Bring this up. And it should be somewhere here. Super armor. Check out services. Where now is this thing? Probably here somewhere. Well, let's just go search for it. Event. Oh, jeez, there's so many. Let's make sure it's capitalized. Shared events. Here we are. Oh, we got a few of them. Okay, here. Shared event. And then... Oh, yeah, so here's where I wanted to use it. Instead of doing this, we can just do this now. And isn't that much cleaner? Look at that. Alright, here's the problem. You call the event, it's not going to have all the information. So, I've got to figure out how to pass that information. On a typical event, you can build it to have that in there. But I kind of did it in reverse, where the event really exists here in this script. The chat says, my question is, the delay supposed to be designed like that? What do you mean by that? Like input delay or something else? Let's find all the places that this thing exists. Oh, shoot. That was not shift, that was enter. Oh, yes. Okay, so in the publicly released version that you played, the input delay, I added a buffer to catch simultaneous button presses like the X attacks and things like that. That has been removed. So there's at least 2 frames of input delay that have been removed since that public demo's been out. So depending on what tier you got on the Patreon, if you got a high enough tier, you can check out the latest build and see what the tried out. Whoa! Oh, all right. Yeah, you get the frequent builds. Yeah, check it out. We've got at least 2 frames of input delay that have been reduced since the public demo. And there may be like half a frame of input delay. When I upgraded the project to the next version of Unity, and I updated the controller code, when I ran them side by side, the old and the new, on the same machine, and this isn't the most scientific way to test this, but when I pressed the button, 50% of the time the new version would show the punch first. So it's possible, again, it's not the most scientific test, but that kind of tells me that some part of the code is updating a little faster than others. So there could be like a 2 to 2.5 to 3 frame reduction that we've done. But I don't have the equipment to really test that. So it's hard to say. Like, I guess you have to have like a high-speed camera, and you got to put an LED on your button, and you've got to check when the LED comes up to when the game ticks the next frame, and I don't have all that, so I don't have a scientific way of measuring that. But yeah, so yeah, go. I mean, dig in. You got full access now. So go and check it out. I feel like it's a night and day difference how it feels now than when it feels. And I've gone back and played the old public demo, and well, it's rough. I don't know how I'm getting any praise off of that thing. It feels way better now. But let me know what you think about it and how good that is. Let's see, is that the last one? That's the last one. I'm trying to think. There's 2 ways we could really go about this. Either one, we give a generic spot to share data in this shared event, and that just kind of exists for everything. Holy crap! Dude! we got a gift sub now from how would you want me to say the name? I'm just saying EL1M, but I'm not sure. Is it supposed to be a limb? Yeah, limb. Okay, yeah, figures. Okay, fair enough. Wow, gift sub, thank you. I think it's the first gift sub we had. Very exciting. Thank you very much. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. A limb is good. That's a good FGC name, a limb. I'm gonna eliminate you. I like it. Yeah, exactly. Alright, I think we're gonna have to redesign this. Shoot, man, how is this gonna work now? Alright, I think I'm bitten off more than I can chew at the moment. Here's the problem. Whatever calls this listener is going to have to do a call event. And then that information... Oh, no, wait. I got an idea. Never mind. I think I know how to do this now. So we're going to have a base class of shared event, and that's going to have nothing for call event. It's just going to have the generic whatever in it. And then... Oh, no, how's that going to work now? No, maybe not. Maybe not. Crap. We're right back to square one. Because what I was thinking, if we could make this a base class, and then when you create your call event, you would just add a parameter here, and whoever's sending the call sends the parameter, and the parameter just gets passed through the shared event from the listeners. But then you're going to need a different kind of listener. So you'll need 2 different custom classes every time you do a different thing here. So you'll need a different listener component, and you'll need a different shared event component, which is fine and it will work, but it's not as flexible as I'd like it to be. I'd really just rather, I don't know. There may not be a good way to do this without doing that. There just might not be. Can I shove something in here? What will it do? I guess I would just send it an integer. We'll get mad at that? Yeah, it knows. It knows that it does not take an argument. The thing is, event systems are very specific. Whether you're using a C# delegate or you're using Unity's events. Unity's events are a little more forgiving. But in this way, yeah, I'm not sure how else to really do this. I don't think you can dynamically build an event. At least I wouldn't expect you to be able to do that. Let's poke around a minute. Let's look this up. I'm looking for dynamically build event at runtime. I'm doing it off screen. I learned my lesson. Do not Google search on the stream screen. Adding an event trigger at runtime. Dynamically load UI items. No. That's not what I want. Maybe you can't do that. Alright. Let's do this the other way. Unity events. Look up the scripting event. Okay, here we are. Let's take a look at how this works. Unity event. Oh, we already. Okay. You just add an event. Invoke all registered callbacks. This is pretty much what we're using, I think, already. Yeah, that's a Unity event. Now, I think, I'm not 100% positive, but I think you can attach listeners that don't have all the parameters if you give it more than one parameter. So if you say this event is going to send out a game object reference, I think a listener doesn't have to necessarily be built to respond to that. All they have to do is to just be a Unity event listener, and it will work. So we might be able to get away with it that way. I think the real problem here, I think, is just having the events in the receptor. Having the events here in the shared event listener, I think, is the problem. It's fine to have a generic receptor here, but I think we're going to have to do a specific event inside the shared event file. Hey! This version is as smooth as butter. That's what I like to hear. Well, I'm glad. That kind of... It reaffirms what I suspected, that it plays much better now. So, yeah, now, if you're familiar with, like, Street Fighter 3, what I did to fix it, instead of having a buffer that holds your inputs for 2 frames and checks to see if you press 2 buttons at the same time, it's now using the Kara system of activation. So if you press light punch, and then within 2 frames you press light kick, it transitions into the grab from the light punch animation. Yeah, alright, I'm glad to hear that. So now it's using those Karas. So, and like the EX attack's the same way. As long as you hit the button within 2 frames, it'll take the animation and it'll change it to the EX one. Or in the case of a grab or whatever, it'll overwrite the light punch and put it into grab. It's just the same way that Third Strike does their grab animations. No, so the thing I wanted to avoid, I wanted to give like grabbing sort of a drawback in a way, where it's like you can grab while crouching, you can grab while walking, and it's got good range, and it's a powerful tool, but you can't just run up and grab. So, or I guess you could look at it more as the difference between walking and running, because in running, you can do any attack that you can do in running, you can do in walking. It's just an augmentation of your speed, your walk speed, essentially. And because of that, I feel like because you get a boost in speed, you should trade up something in that regard. So I took the grab away from the run. So you can't just run up and grab, you have to stop, come to a complete stop and then grab. And it's also to sort of emulate, it's sort of emulate like in the old days, like in Street Fighter 2 and the home version of Alpha 3, the arcade one didn't do this, or in like Street Fighter Alpha 2. Like you had the hold forward for a series of frames, and KOF does this too. And then if you press a heavy button, then you grab. So that sort of emulates that sort of feel too, where it's like if you dash up, the opponent's got kind of like a little tick in their head and be like, well, they didn't attack. There's this awkward pause, and that kind of like gives them the sense, like back in the old days, he's walking up against me, but he's not pressing a button. I think he's going to grab me. Like they kind of emulate that sense. But if you're in close quarters and you're just walking back and forth, then you can grab at any point with the 2 buttons. And then grabs are, in the current development build that you've got, grabs I think are 3-frame startup. Yeah. So it's kind of like to sort of emulate that sensation of the proximity grab if you try to run up to someone, but giving you the quick response grab when you have stopped. So it's kind of like that middle ground in that way. And also because we only have 4 buttons, you can roll while you're doing the run. So that way you can have roll on the same 2 buttons, but it's only while in run. So it kind of all worked together in that way to form into how we ended up executing it. It's a little hard because you've got grab on the lights and you've got max on the heavies, but like, how do you do rolls? You don't have mids. You don't have medium attacks to use that with like CVS2. So we said, all right, while you're running, you shouldn't be able to grab anyway. So just put roll there. It's not doing anything. So just put roll on that part of the run. And that's how all that came to be. If we had 6 buttons, I'd probably just put it on mids though, like CVS2 did. Okay, oh yeah, we were looking at... Where are we? Where are we here? Okay, I got too many windows open. So I think, they're not really showing you much here. Oh, here. So you can have an event with up to 4 things to send. Wait. No, that would be too complicated. I was thinking, what if we just made a class and you stuff that class full of data and then you send that as a single parameter? But then on the other end, if you have different sets of data, you're either going to have a generic object array, which is a pain in the ass to work with, or you're going to have a base class and other classes, and then you have to polymorph it on the other end, and that's a pain in the ass. So I don't want to do that. Honestly, I think the best way, I think the best way to do this is you're gonna have to have the event itself and shared event in the file, the scriptable object, which makes a file. And then you add the listeners to that whenever you connect to a listener, or you can just add it yourself. Yeah, and then I think the way that Unity works is if it's an object with one parameter, I think you can just attach any receiver to it, as long as it's parameterless. And we can test that actually right here. So I'm gonna say public Unity event. We'll just say integer. We'll just give it an integer. Say that it's gonna. We got to do event systems here. Unity engine dot events event systems. Okay, so Unity event, and so it's gonna take an integer. Or you know what? Let's do exactly what we are intending to do. Let's send it a game object. And then we'll do test event. And so we're going to have public void test receptor. Receptor? Receptor. I don't know. I guess it's ER? I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're just doing a test. I can't spell for shit. So we're going to have one. We'll call this A. Test receptor A that has no parameters. And we'll do test receptor B that has a game object receptor. And then let's see, is there an awake function here? There is not, so let's do that. So on test event, we want to add listener, test receptor B. We're pretty sure that one's gonna work. Shouldn't have any problem with that, but let's try see what it says with A. Oh no, it doesn't like it. Not convert method or group to this. Shoot. Well, that don't help. No, that's not good at all. It's with TOR? Of course it is. Thanks for the correction. Hey, that was my first go-to. I just settled on the wrong one, that's all. Alright, so it does not like this. Not happy with this. Shoot, I thought it might have been able to do that. Oh. Let's say, does it matter if I put void here? Oh, it doesn't even like that. Okay. C++ lets you do that. I guess it doesn't care. Or, well, refuses to do it. Okay, that's not... No, that's not good. Man, I don't know. I might have to think about this one. Alright, cool. More the merrier. Yeah, I might have to stick a bookmark in this and think about this. That's probably why I didn't do it to begin with when I first did it. Yeah, we just need a way to transmit that data, that game object. And yeah, this will work. I'm really surprised. I thought you could do this. Maybe in the... You know what it is? Let me get rid of this. We've already outlived the use for that event, or that test. Let's look back here. I think what was throwing me off is that the editor lets you do it. So if I load the Neo Geo World level here. Oh, I got that. Here, let's do this. see. Oh, yeah, happily. Let me grab that. Here you go. Yeah, see here? Well, no, that shared event doesn't have any. It doesn't have any parameters on it. Let's just give it one just for the heck of it. Let's just say that. On game object. I think it'll still let me have this here. Oh no, it got mad. What did it get mad about? There's no argument given that corresponds to parameter arg0. Oh, hey! Starved Wolves is followed. Thank you. Alright, let's see if that makes it happy. I'll just send a null. Okay. Oh no, it took it away. What happened? Uh-oh. It actually killed the data. Shared event listener. Was that not? You can't render that? This game is crack. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Welcome. No shit, it don't let you do that. Okay, alright, I remember now. I think what you have to do, oh, this is kind of dumb, but public class, let's call it Unity Event B, or custom. I think what you have to do is this, and then you've got to make this system that's serializable. And then you take this, yeah, this is a pain in the ass, but this is how it works. And then that should work. I don't know why you have to go through all that crap, but I think that is what makes this work. Please tell me I'm right. No, oh yeah, there it is. So now it's going to want to use, well, maybe that'll fix the other issue we had. So this will want a parameter, but I think you can give it one that doesn't have one. So here, the broken light controller, we said play effect, right? Yeah. And it does not have that parameter in there. But if we go into here, I know we're doing a whole bunch of test crap, but now I'm curious. Public void play B, let's see, and then game object, and we're just gonna play effect anyway. This is just a test method. I think it'll accept both of these. So now we add this, go to the broken light controller, play, yeah, see here? Oh, but it's not gonna give you the you have to supply the object. Alright. This is grown outside of the scope of dicking around on Scream, I think. I'm gonna have to figure out the best way to handle this, because this is not doing what I think it's gonna do. It's not gonna work. But, well, one more test just to see what happens. see, we did this in the shared event list, right? So I'm going to do that same test that we did last time. Public void event test A. I'm just gonna try with this version here. So unenable unshared event add listener test event A. No, it still doesn't like it. All right, that's it. We're just gonna have to do research. Let's undo everything we've done here. That'd be great, and undo everything we've done here, except for that question mark. Again, that checks to see if it actually exists before it does anything. So let's do that. And so we'll just have to rebuild this event here, but that's alright. I'm okay with that. The GGPO will probably come first just to test it. I'll do like a wide test. And then once you guys have confirmed, yeah, it works, and it works pretty good, then I'll start EORA. I don't want to hold GGPO up. Just for, because EORA is going to take a couple months to come together at least. Most of the characters took like 2 to 3 months to fully implement with all the animation and all the tweaking. Hey, Orange Soda 718. That's a good name. Thanks for the follow. So I don't want to hold up the GGPO for a couple months just to put it in there. All your friends are coming in. Hey, more and merrier. Come on in, man. Come on in. Oh, looks like it reverted the thing here for me. That's good. Or did it? Yeah, it did compile correctly. Everybody loves orange soda. You don't even have to ask. Oh! Subscription from Orange Soda. Thank you. Oh, it was a gifted one. Well, thank both of you. Okay, I'm just making sure this light still flickers. Oh, it didn't flicker. Uh-oh. It broke. Oh no, there it goes. Okay, I think the game was just... When you run it in the editor, the frame skip is pretty bad. When you run it as a standalone application, it's fine. Just because there's so much debug crap going on. Yeah, it's flickering. I think the frame skip just masked the flickering. Yeah, right there. It didn't... pretty sure it's going off. Or not? There it goes. Huh. Well, there's one way to find out for sure. Here, this break count will go down. It didn't go down. Oh, interesting. Okay, so something's super broke now. That's great. I screwed it up. Let's take that out. And we'll make a new event here to add back in. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I didn't say... That's why. I did not save... I gotta save this, save this, save this, save this. Except I gotta undo this stuff. Now I can save this. Okay. Right, it's gonna freak out now, but that's alright. Okay. Yeah. Alright, it reset it this time. Alright. Okay. Play effect. Okay. Then we save this. Unload, so there's not 2 copies of it going. This should work. No? Alright, hold on. Let's watch the count. It's not going down. Alright, I broke something. I can't believe it. What a piece of... Weird. So is it not? Maybe this got screwed up. No, it's just a blank. It's kind of a dummy file. Now, why doesn't this work now? What did I do? Now I really screwed the pooch. There, it went down that time. Oh, wait. I got an idea. I think I screwed up the... Yep. See where it didn't go down, but only when I threw them. So damage on land is not working. But normal knockdown does. Okay. So the issue is then in here. No, oh, I already got it here. Final references? No, not go-to references. I gotta slow down and read. Find all references. There, that's what I want. Okay. I put these... I wonder if this is causing a problem. Damage on land. Yeah, I don't know. Let me take these out here. Maybe I screwed something up by putting those in. Maybe he didn't like it. Nope, it's still broken. Why is it not going? Oh, here, no reference. Find reusable link. Oh! Oh god, what did I do now? What the hell happened here? No wonder it doesn't work. Okay, hold on. Let's put a breakpoint here. I found all sorts of problems. Oh, what happened? Oh, because I spawned... Yeah. Let's continue. I spawned a dust effect. Yeah. So it's gonna spawn... I'll move this over to the side here. It's gonna spawn the grab spark. And then... Let's see, is available for spawn. That one should have thrown him, right? Or no? Shoot, I gotta have to pause the game. Hold on. Yeah, because that's what happens. It goes like 20 frames in one shot. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna pause it. Oh, shoot. I jumped, so it did a thing. Alright, here. Let's pause it on this end. You don't see the other window because it's over here. But it's freaking out. Programming's a pain in the ass, alright? Okay, gonna grab him. It's fine. Continue. Grab him. We're gonna watch him go. Until he hits. Okay. Now we're gonna see what's in here. Oh, shoot. Can I make this bigger? Apparently not. Apparently one of these is now funked. Why? What's wrong? Capacity 16. I didn't see anything wrong in there. What the heck is it tripping up on? Oh, and then I got pissed off, right? Yeah, I got pissed off because I couldn't find it. Let's see, this happens here. Alright, let me do something additional here. This should validate the object by just putting it like this in here. And if it doesn't, put it this way. Let's do it this way. The exclamation point means not, so if it's not valid, we're going to log an error. Index number I was not valid. Find reusable link. Actually, I'll put that at the end of the message. Been starting to do that lately, putting it at the end. Let's see, this is the object pulled asset. We're having all sorts of problems today. Trying to fix one thing. Alright, now this should still produce an error, but it should be our custom error now. Oh, we got a different error. Well, that was in here. No? Wait. Wait, how do we still get an error? Alright, I really screwed the pooch. I don't know if this was already a problem or I made it a problem tonight by screwing with stuff. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna have to ignore this for now. I'm gonna have to take a deep dive into that off stream. Alright, let's see if this problem extends to Ken as well. It does. That one worked. That didn't error. Oh, because it's not a damage on land. Only seems like damage on land. Alright, let's check parry. I don't think this was a problem before. I think something screwed up tonight. This is why I save often, because who knows what's going to happen. Yeah, look at that. No, that one's alright. But it's not damage on land. This one looks like it is, but it's not. He doesn't actually land to take damage. He gets... Yeah, so that's not going to do anything. So the question is, can Terry cause the effect to happen? As long as Terry can cause the effect to happen, we can do something with it. Neo Geo. Yeah, he caused it to happen. Alright. At least we have a way to test it. Jeez. Ah, screwed it up. Hold on. Ah, screwed it up again. Gotta get lower. Oh, too late. Nah, he didn't side switch in time. Yeah, a lot of people don't know you can do this, but EX attacks that reset, like with a wall bounce or a ground bounce, you can hit a normal off of that again. So in Terry's case, if you can get the can't do it now. I hate pad. I hate pad. Oh my god. Well, if you complete your half circle like a normal person, which apparently I can't do, you can do an EX power charge after it. But if you gotta get them low enough, you can actually hit it. It's really tough though. Some of them are. Some of the things like the cancel windows are pretty lenient. But there's some, there we go. There we go. Hey, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Oh, you'll be able to do this in the dev version. You can't do that in the normal one. That was a mistake. It was supposed to do that, but it didn't. Cool. That's fun. Terry's pretty advanced in terms of execution. He's not easy to use. He's got some cool stuff, but he's not easy to use. I missed it. Anyway, what I wanted to do here... Jeez, how much time do we even have left? What I wanted to do quick was to make the soda machine over here blink whenever there was a knockdown event. We should be able to do this. So I want to bring up, let's see. We're gonna have to overlay a sprite on top of here with the image that we want. So if we go to, let me bring up the stage in a sprite. Let's see, go to stages, Neo Geo World, where are we? Night version. Here we are. Okay. So this is our stage template. In the online, will we eventually get a ranking system? I would love to do it. The resources to make that happen are currently a little out of scope. So you would have to have some kind of dedicated network of additional servers that are dedicated to storing this information and communicating with all the games. It's absolutely possible, and I absolutely want to do it. Whether or not it will be cost effective to do that is a whole other story, unfortunately. It's not something that's cheap. Or I don't expect it to be cheap, because it would have to connect and worldwide, all players would have to interact with it. So maybe I would love to do it, but I just don't know if it will be something that I can reasonably do. We'll put it that way. I would love to do it. I just don't know if I'll be if I'll have the resources to do it. Put it that way. Let's see. So this is vending machine Flickr. So what's a vending machine look like when it goes out? Will the game be limited to the 8 characters? I hope not. The idea is that I planned 8 characters, and if I can get to the end of that, if I can develop all those 8 characters, then we can start planning another set of characters. Or actually, I should say 9. There's a yet unrevealed guest character that will be added into the game. That'll be the 9th character. The White Sun machine would turn dark. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself and like declare who all the characters will be, because I haven't really made up my mind, to be honest. Let's see, should we use this blue here for the dark? That probably makes sense. Urian Aegis combos. I like Urian. I'll say this, I like Urian. So he's not an impossibility. Let's put it that way. Urian's not impossible, because I like him, and I think he has interesting stuff to offer. I can't guarantee that he'll be in, but I'll tell you that he's not excluded immediately. Like, there's some characters I just won't do because it doesn't make sense. Like, nobody wants Ed. Nobody wants Ed. Nobody wants Falk. Nobody wants Kage. Everybody would be so pissed if I put Kage in the game. Can you imagine all the Twitter comments that I would get? Why didn't you put Evil Ryu in? He's totally better than Kage. Can you imagine? Yeah, well, yeah, I like Rock Howard. And there's so many good characters, and it's really hard because it's like, okay, we'll get through 8 characters, right? So what if we add, let's say 9, get 9 characters, we add another 8 or 9 or whatever. It takes long enough to develop that there's at some point, you know, there's, how long are you going to keep it going, you know? So I have to think really carefully about, number one, representing different play styles, and also representing characters that people actually care about. Season 3 confirmed. Maybe it could get there until we get shut down, or I get hit by a bus. I don't know. Whatever happens. Let's see. I'm gonna take this, and we're gonna make this darker. Wish I could default HSL, because I use that the most. We're just gonna do a quick and dirty darkening, and we'll see how it looks. That one too. And then green. But we'll adjust these in a minute if necessary. I just want to kind of get something going here. Blue. Yellow. This pinky ready thing. Yeah, that looks dark. That looks like it's gonna flicker on and off. Oh, what about this thing here, though? This looks like a light up element, right? This looks like it's lit up. I don't know about this. Should this blink too? Oh, shit. Should this and this blink? I mean, this one on the left definitely looks like some kind of light. Well, here's the dispenser down here, right? I don't know what this is really supposed to be. This is where you put the money or the credit card in, right? Coins and dollar bills. But what would this be over here? This would be your selector? Or is this just a logo? Is this just supposed to be the Neo Geo logo? And this is the keypad that you put your order in? This is confusing now. When I really look at it. Yeah, white price for money, but is it lit up? This is where the thing would pop out down here. That's where your can would pop out. Or chips or whatever the hell it would be. Turn this light out, yeah. Yeah, I guess this looks like a light, so fuck it. Well, everything comes out. Right. So let's go back to this layer. Copy. Go back to this layer, paste. And I'm just gonna, so I'll just use colors from the top here. This was the dark yellow. And this was the dark blue. Sorry, dark. Yeah. Alright, that works. And then this was white, which then it would normally turn to this, I think, in the next palette, but then I'd make it invisible. We don't want that. Let's try this. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks alright. That looks alright. So let's export this. The layer of for vending machine Flickr. Oh Jesus, I even typoed it. I capitalized the L by accident. Yeah. I'm just dyslexic, that's all. Oh, that's where you can't read, right? I can't do that either. If I try to read out loud, I sound like an idiot. Vending Flickr. Where's this gonna go? I guess right here is fine. Yeah, Terry's broken in the current build. So you're going to find a lot of glitches in the development build because it's just whatever state the game is in at that point in time. You can go back in the history on Patreon and find the other development builds, but they're probably equally as broken in different ways. Typically, I'll put a little summary about what changes every time I upload one. And you get an idea of what may or may not have been broken. But yeah, you're gonna find a lot of incomplete stuff in the development builds. Think of it as a depth in the curiosity. So if I put a new thing in, you'll get to see it, whether it's buggy or not. Chances are it's gonna be buggy at first. So what I did, the reason that Terry is broken is I changed the way that the characters move through their animation. And Terry did not get the fixes that Ken and Ryu got. But I'm going to change how that fix works anyway. So now Ken and Ryu is going to have to get redone. It concerns specials that leave the ground. They may not come back down to the ground on their way back down far enough to register that they're on the ground. Like they're kind of half on the ground and half off, and that's why you get that weirdness. But you can, what else did I say? Let me pull this file up first. What, I say that as a ping, right? Yeah. So the fix is to add code to the move. Instead of being animated going up and down, which is what I previously did, I added an extra bit of programming to help fix the issue so that when Ken and Ryu jump up in the air, they have this code currently, but you have to redo all the moves that jump into the air to make this work, which is why Terry hasn't gotten it yet. It sort of calculates their current trajectory, and then they'll fall back down using code instead of animation. And that way they'll keep falling until they detect the ground in that sense. And when that happens, they always fall down correctly. But since Terry doesn't have that piece of code attached to his animation, he currently does not fall correctly on all of them. Moonhead D? Thanks for the follow. Let's got a lot of good names tonight. Moonhead. Reminds me of Aqua Team. The Moonanites. Man, I love Aqua Team. This is the dumbest show that I love. I normally hate shows that are like just dumb like that. But goddamn, I love Aqua Team. And I can't explain why. Carl. Carl Bertananowski? Bertananowski? That's his last name. It's so messed up, man. That's a great show. They had a good run too. They went a long time. Yeah, Carl. Just scroll up to his door. He's like, "Oh boy, what the hell do you want now?" You wanted nothing to do with any of that shit at all. But somehow he kept getting in there. Oh, here. Keep going back and forth on it. Talking about Aqua Teen. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Come on. I want it. It won't stretch up. What's the problem? Whatever. Screw it. Just gonna drag it in here anyway. Oh, where's that file? Where'd that file? What did I do with it? Oh, here. Okay, like usual. This one can remain a single. That's only one sprite. 10 pixels per unit, full rex. Let's roll. Yeah, let's just do bottom left. No physics. No filtering. Clamp. No compression. Alright. And since this is on the floor layer, we don't need to worry about it scrolling fast. Flickr. That would be great. I would love to have like even just like a bi-weekly, just a community Discord tournament and just go ham on it. That would be great. So let's remove. Oh, you know what? I can reuse this broken light controller. I'm just gonna change this to none. We're gonna create a new animation here. It'll be vending machine Flickr. Yeah, for now, let's just reuse this. So this is visible name. Vending machine shell, and then vending machine Flickr. There's that capital L again. We're going to change some code in here because we're going to need to tell it that it's not to break. Let's see. Alright, and then that's off right now. So we want this to be... Okay. We want this to be here. Oh, we need to... Where's it going to be? It's going to be over there, right? We need to move that over here. Line it up as best we can. Okay. So what's gonna happen here? So we need vending machine show. This is going to take sprite here, turn it back to none. And that way it'll be invisible when this animation is going. And then on vending machine Flickr, we want it to show first, and then we want it to be gone. For like 2 frames, I guess. And it'll do that. Oh, that looks good too. Oh, it looks pretty good. Okay. Now we need to go to the files here. Define vending machine Flickr. Where did it go now? Here, vending machine Flickr, not loop. Vending machine show does loop. And now, here, default state is this. And we want the Flickr animation to transition back to the show animation. But we want it to play 4 times. No exit duration. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. And like I said, we need to change the code here. And all we want to do, public boolean, that means true or false. Use break or allow break. And make it false to begin with. And then so if here, if allow break, then only then do you take down the break count. And if the break count don't go down, then you're not going to break it. So that compiles. Okay, so we're not going to allow break on the vending machine, but we do have to allow break on the broken light. And then this will go back to that. Oh, I'm gonna capitalize that M. I think it will matter. I think it will not take it if it's not perfect. Just to make sure we did capitalize it on show. Okay. That might do it. That might actually do it. Animation controller is correct. It is. Yeah, it should turn off when the animation starts. Okay, well, let's give her a go. Alright, moment of truth. It didn't work. Really? Now, why the heck is that? Alright, let's take a look at it. Yeah, I know. Nothing's working today, right? Vending machine Flickr. The sprite is none. That's fine. Did we get any errors? Let's clear the log and take a fresh look. Nothing. Alright, the brake isn't working, so that's good. What we want it to do. Okay, that one's working. This one over here is working. So something's just not right over here. Ugh. Dying here now. Okay, so why is the vending machine not working? It's telling it to play effect. Or is it got the wrong... Maybe it's got the wrong one here? Play. No, wrong one. Play effects. Maybe it's got the wrong reference. Of course, and he dies. No. What the heck is the problem now? Okay. We look in the scene view. He's still there, right? Where is this? No, he's still here. We change his sprite. Let's just change it to something stupid. Is it? Oh, yeah, it is animations playing though to overwrite the sprite. If we pause. Oh, it won't let me overwrite it. That's... Yeah, I'm not sure what's up. Seems like it should be a pretty cut and dry thing. Oh, shoot. If I have the stage loaded, when I hit play, it loads a... It keeps that one there, and then it loads the normal one through the normal code, and it gets all messed up. Well, the only difference that I can tell... Uh-oh, that's a time up. The only difference I can tell here is that this one, the brake is off. So if we allow brake? No, it still doesn't work. Pause it. Animate. And the Flickr is there. Should be doing it. Vending machine Flickr. Did I get that? Vending machine show. Broken. Oh, I think I got them reversed. I think I got the names reversed. Yeah, we'll go over time. I'm gonna fix this. See, when shit like this happens, I get real mad. Yeah, and then we'll leave. There's no broken animation, so let's leave that. Yeah, I think I got them reversed. So it was trying to play something that didn't exist. Ah, shit. I did it again. Hold on. Okay. Save. Unload. There we go. I bet this will do it. I bet this will do it. Of course not. What the hell? Alright, now I'm mad, man. Now I'm mad. Why isn't that working? We didn't make that one change here in editor. Yeah, really. Man, when shit gets complicated, it's killing you. Fuck it, we're gonna put them in both. What that? Save. Unload. For the love of God, just go. Just work! Yeah, because this one's still going. That one looks alright. How come this one won't go? Alright, now I'm really curious what the heck's going on here. So, alright, I'm gonna pause it. Stepping through. Boom, and that should have sent the signal out. So now we're gonna look here and see. Do we get an animation history? I didn't tell it to. Did I tell it to do it? Right, let's turn on verbose play. I think that will tell us when something is played. Oh, animation does not exist. Well, why is that now? Vending machine Flickr. Machine Flickr. It says it doesn't exist, but sure as hell exists right here. There's something not right about that. Something not right about that. How can it not exist? It's right there. Oh, did it go? Yeah, it went now. I don't know what the heck it was, but it's going now. Alright, it's only going once though. So let's... For whatever reason, it doesn't like what I typed here, so we're just going to give it what it wants. And hopefully that sticks. And we'll refresh that. Let's see if this works. Animation is for weebs, it doesn't exist. Alright. Yeah, it's working now. The all the animator settings aren't correct though, so this may have gotten messed up. No, exit time 4. Maybe because I set it not to loop. If we set it to loop, will it do it? Will it do more of them then? No. It goes by real quick, so go back to animator, set this, and let's set the stupid like 40, let's see if it works. No, it doesn't. Well, that's weird. Why is that? So it's out here, it turns back and it stops, it doesn't go back. Now, why is that? Well, it should be doing more than it is. It's just something's glitched and it's not. Oh, what's fixed duration? What if I take that off? Nope. It shouldn't only be blinking once. It should actually be blinking 40 times based on what I set it to for testing here. I mean, obviously I don't want it to do 40 times, but just to make sure it's not set to 1. So something's still wrong here. I don't know what though. I do exit time 0, what happens? No, it still doesn't. Yeah, because he launches off the ground. He'll do it in this one here. You got the same version right now. And yeah, then he's bugged. Anything that takes him off the ground, like that hop or light rising tackle will actually bring him back down normally, but heavy will not. And that one's bugged, and EX will not. So let's see what else. Crack shoot actually phenomenally actually brings him back down, right? It kind of depends on the animation. Unfortunately, Terry's just broke right now. Most of his air moves, or not air like as in these ones, but things that bring him off the ground, most of them just bug it. But I'm fully aware of those. I gotta replace every single one of them, even the ones that work, because they may not work at some point if I don't do it right. What the hell is wrong with this thing now? Yeah, so here's the whole animation. Just flickers. It should do this. That's not. Like, I can copy it a few times, but that doesn't really solve the issue. I want it to be like, I want it to be programmable. Yeah, see. Now that, I mean, obviously that'll work because it's just one animation. But it should be going back to the other one. That's what this is here for. But it's not. It's not going. Yeah, if you jump again, because that invokes the code that's actually needs to be added to it. And then it realigns them back to the ground and he's all set. Yeah, so if he's like, he's bugged, just jump and he's back. Like I said, it'll get fixed. There's a lot of bugs that need to get fixed before the next release. I guess Power Dunk probably, yeah, Power Dunk works alright. I don't know, I guess as a quick and dirty fix, there it is. Needs like a bzzz kind of sound. Bzzz. You know what I'm talking about. In the movies where they have the lights, with that like incandescent or iridescent light sound. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I know the development builds are not always the most functional or pretty, but at least you get to try out some of the new stuff. Especially when the GGPO starts to get in. It'll probably be broken for a while, but we'll fix her up. I'm just watching them die in the corner. Alright, well, at least it flickers. I don't know. I had to take on extra work in order to live. So that kind of slowed everything down. It's hard to say. There's a lot of work that goes into online mode, unfortunately. I can't promise that it'll be a summer thing. I'm trying the best I can to do with the time I have to work on it. But it's tough, man. Let's see, and then the, oh yeah, we gotta make sure that the light over here is not broken. Or that it is broken, right? Because it has to break after a while. And we can see that here. It's going down 4 more. 3, 2, And it holds between rounds, so it'll break in 2 more. Or 3 more, actually. Yeah, 1, 0, and now break. Yep, and now it's out. And then it'll flicker, but it'll stay out. It's broken permanently. And this one should not have been counting down. It looks like I have to. Yeah. But at least that flickers now. Alright, I'm happy with that. So let's screw around for a bit, and then we'll close her out. Show what Terry can do. And that was a weak one. Let's try... Yeah, there you go. That's something better. Can do that. Oh, screwed it up. Alright, that's the same one. Hold on. Ah! Oh, I screwed it up. Gotta hit. There we go. You can do Buster Wolf after that. Actually, you have all 3 bars at that point. Oh, wrong one. You can get the full thing. Boom! Here's the big one. Oh. Get level 3 power geyser. That one's tightly timed. Oh shit. What was I gonna do? God, I don't remember now. Well, he's got power stream. That's only a max move. Oh, you can do... Yeah, let's try this. You can do that. If they're in a corner, you can only really get that. They gotta be farther. No, he's too far. Nope. I slipped and got the wrong one. No. Well, that hit? No! Oh, sort of. When he landed, he sort of got it. I'm trying to think of other stuff to do with power stream. I mean, you could just do that. But that was an OTG, though. So here's something you may not know, Ilim. Terry's power stream in this game is OTG. Oh, as long as they don't take away. Oh. Here. So if you do a forward throw in the corner, it's kind of like Yuri in Street Fighter V Super. You can throw them and then super them. You have to be in max mode, and it has to be a corner throw. And they can't get out of it in time. Obviously, it doesn't do boatloads of damage, because it's kind of cheap. But if you want to just close out a round, you got them in the corner. You know, harassing them. Whatever. They're blocking. Oh, you can do the command right. There. Get him in the corner, boom. It does respectable damage. It does like... What about it? What do you think that looks like? Hold on. Let's take a look at that again. And we'll turn on tactical. 420? Yeah, so it does quite a bit of damage with the grab included. That's not gonna work. Let's try other stuff. Not that. You can't continue after that. You can after this, though. You can do that. Do that. Oh, wait. This is only near the corner. You can do that. You can get the double burn knuckle and the Buster Wolf. But if you do that over here, you're not going to be able to hit it in time. It just won't hit it. So that's a corner only. However, you could... You could do an EX, but... It doesn't get you much. That's more meant for, you know, you're out here and you think they're going to throw something and you hit them before they can do anything about it. It's also decent, like, if you're in the corner and they're harassing you and you want to get out, boom, and now you're out because you side switched. Alternatively, if they're up in your face, let's see. See, like, he's doing a Shoryuken. There's armor on EX charge. So if you're even near the corner too. Oh, well, guess not enough time for that one. White will do it. So you got some options there. But yeah, especially if you're in the corner, boom, and now you're out. Boom, boom. Oh, wrong one. Too late. I don't know if I can. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. Oh, well, wow, that got him before he even pulled anything off. That's funny. I gotta do, to get the hard knockdown, you gotta do this one. There. And then, again, wall bounces. Any attack will work after a wall bounce or ground bounce. So you can do stuff like that. Boom, boom. Pretty much anything. Let's see. Can I do that? They gotta be really low for that to hit. Let's try it. It's gotta be possible. It's just gonna be hard. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, if they're low enough. And you can do it off of this. Oh. Too. So what's the advantage of just going into that? Because you can do it from here, right? So the advantage is that you can get more hits if you've got the right timing. And you can get more damage off of that. So doing this combo... Too early. So that's what, 327? So you're like, why use the EX when you can do that? Because that one's 248. So you can get a lot more in with the ground bounces. that's where you can also get that. Well, I waited too long. Or I did it too early. He needed the side switch first. That's not the only normal you can get it off on, but it seems to be the easiest. You want to back away after the EX crack shoot, and then you want to do a half circle. I'll put inputs on actually so you can see what I'm doing. And you can do a half circle to cancel. Jesus. All right. To cancel that. Yeah, like that. And then if you're in the right spot after, you want to do a 3 HP into Rising Tackle. Unlike other characters' uppercuts, his command normal one actually causes a juggle, which can do that. Not all of them can do that. Ryu and Ken cannot do that without other special instances. Ryu can do it with a Denjin, but he can't do it with his normal Hadouken. However, the hitbox on Terry's uppercut, I think, is not quite as good as the other ones. So that's its trade-off. It's a little riskier, but you can get more reward off of it. It's good confirming the super too, because like if you hit it, you hit it, man. Alright, hold on. You gotta do the light. You know you got it. At that point, you might as well let her rip. Like that. Like, max mode's a great way to confirm some of this shit too. You know, like if you wake up with a with an EX, it's fully invincible. Yeah, and then you can max cancel it to see whether or not you hit. So if he's on your ass, oh wow, that blew through it because it didn't hit him. That's funny. I did it too late, I think. It's because Shoryuken's partially invincible. I think it's just not hitting him. And let's see what's actually happening here. We can see this frame by frame in editor mode. So I'm gonna do crouching, yeah, and then let him recover. And if I buffer this in, let's see what happens. Oh, no, he was 2+. Hold on. I need to do it. I need to do it later. Yeah, like that. And now if I go up, he'll probably recover, right? No, it's still 2+. All right, hold on. Let me turn on frame info. This will tell you what your advantage is. I'll have to do it this way. All right. Oh, my controller's run out of battery. Hold on. All right, charge it before it dies. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay, now we're gonna do the crouching light punch. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, it disconnected. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it saw those two different controllers because it died. Okay, player one. Hold down. Let's get your... Oh. Alright, we'll hold down to charge. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and EX. Yeah, so let's see what wins. Oh, that's why it won't reach. Here's the problem. It won't reach the hurt box while he's on the ground. Well, I guess Shoryu is a good answer against that. Sorry, Terry. Yeah, and then he transitions to the next one, and he gets hit, and it's all over. Oh no. Sorry, Terry. I'm so sorry. What are you doing? Yeah, the dog's brachiocephalic, I think is the word. Which means that their breed has like a fucked up nose. So sometimes they can't breathe right. So if you hear the snorting, that's the dog. I'm trying to think of other cool stuff. If you wait, Terry will blow through it. But if you try to match it, he's gonna get fucking clunked. That's funny. But if you wait, yeah, then you got him. That's funny. Yeah, wait till it becomes more wait till he becomes more vulnerable. I might adjust the hitbox to fix that. At the very least, I think they should clash. Terry's is a little different, the way it's supposed to work. Rising Tackle is more of like a real ass anti-air. Like it's supposed to just hit in the sky. Like you see how big the hitbox is. Like look at Ryu's hitbox here for the Shoryu. I think it's decent. That it's more like just in front. But shit, I should pause it for this. It's easier to do it with one hand this way. So then I gotta pause the game anyway. But in Rising Tackle, like it's thicker a bit, and it goes up farther from his body, I think. So he's a little more protected. Like, so see, like in the air, he can beat the Shoryuken when they're already in the air. He just got that added layer of protection. But on the ground, it's apparently not as good. I designed it based off of KOF 98 and 2002's version of the hitboxes. So that's how it's supposed to be, I guess. But there's always room for tweaking. I'll consider changing it. Oh, because of the Shoryu's having a hurt box on the bottom, they can get stuffed by waves. They'll go through a Hadouken. Come on. Come on, there we go. See, he'll get stuffed by that. Because of the, let me try to pause it. Yeah, you can see it here. Because he'll go in the Shoryu, but he's still vulnerable at the feet. Like the front part and the top are completely invulnerable, but he can still get hit by that. And that was an intentional design decision. So you have sort of like a trifecta of effectiveness. Where power waves, Shoryus are not good against power waves. And like Yori's will fall into that too, because it's a ground wave of some sort. But they're very good against Hadouken. But their weakness is that the ground waves are not going to be as good to them. And that goes for Rising Tackle as well. I believe it has also a hurt box on the bottom. Yeah. It's actually more forward too. But of course EXs don't have that. They're completely invincible when being performed. See, frame 1, they're invincible. So there's no power wave or Hadouken getting through that. It's just, it's gonna get bypassed. Give you some insight into some of the boxes and what's going on here. Oh, punish. All power dunks are hard knockdowns by default, so feel free to keep them guessing. Whether they're cancelled or raw, they're all hard knockdowns. And the EX of power dunk is high angle, guys, so that is not a hard knockdown, I believe. Yeah, he rolled out of it. So that's not one. But if you want hard knockdown, just do the special instead of EX. Notice that he's got a predictable wake up now. He'll always have the same wake up timing. Cool. So yeah, you can do some nasty shit. What else can Terry do? Or knowledge can I impart? That's a ground bounce. Basically do anything after it. Oh yeah, this is not normal, but power charge can actually cancel into crack shoot now. Where normally most of the games, or every game, I don't think any of them let you do that, the official ones. But I felt like there kind of need to be 2 combo paths here. This will get you a hard knockdown, but it won't get you the damage. And this will get you the higher damage, but without the hard knockdown. I guess they both carry about the same. So it's up to you. And then obviously the EX crack shoot. That dog's going nuts. Oh, settle down. It's fine. Other dogs are barking out there. So the idea was also to give you access to the crack shoot EX, which extends your combos. So you can do this and then do another like that. And what you can't do is 2 of these in a row. You'll get the combo off 1, but if you want the second one, you have to use a max. And this goes for wall bounces as well. They kind of refresh all your properties. So if you should be able to catch up. Just gotta have the right timing. Nope. Too quick. Yeah. So there, you won't get the double wall bounce. So then you can just keep doing it, and it was kind of dumb. But if you do the max cancel in between, you'll get them. Oh, yeah. Let me show this one off. This will be the last one. Try to do this combo. Corner to corner, baby. Oh, you're okay. You're okay. Dog again. Yeah, double overtime, I know. So yeah, again. You can get even more damage if you can get that one in the middle, but it's hard. You want the easy one. Oh, couldn't get it. But But yeah, the easy one is just, let me get the numbers out of the way. You see what's going on in the corner here. No, not that. Okay. Oh, and that needed to be an EX. Do it once and can't do it again. And then you can do a burn knuckle to finish it off. And then now they're in the corner. And you're out. You can do interesting stuff. Like if you want maximum travel, I guess with Terry it doesn't matter because they'll hit the ground before the screen. If you've got Ryu, if you want maximum travel with your donkey kick, you can actually max cancel it and get the most carry you can instead of waiting for it. Because Ryu's will wall bounce at any distance. Oh, computer's freaking out. Oh, I didn't have it yet. But if you want to just get maximum distance off of it, oh, let me do the X. Max cancel it, and they'll go farther. Otherwise, they're just gonna hit the wall. But max cancel it and run with it, and they'll go all the way to the corner. Sure, you're not getting the combo, but you could. Oh, this one's hard, man. With pad, I can't do it. I can't do it with pad. Ah, the computer's starting to freak out. So it's close. Can follow that up. You just need really good timing. Oh, can't do it. Not with pad. Not like this. Oh, there we go. And then you can do stuff that you can jump after it. Oh, try it. There we go. Pad life, yeah. The stick's like behind the stream equipment right now, and I don't feel like moving the whole microphone and everything to get it, otherwise I would. Oh, yeah, and one last thing, I guess. I said that last time, but really one last thing, because we talked about it before. Shit. Ah! Why is that working? There we go. So I said that you can't do that anymore. Can't link this. It's frame trap at least. It's only one frame gap, but no, it won't link anymore. So you need to do this. Ah, get the timing wrong. There we go. And then whatever. So you can start with a low kick, but you need or a crouching light, but you need to do the crouching or well, you can do the stand too. You can. It helps your timing. Ah, you gotta do it faster. I'm not doing it fast enough. There we go. Oop. There we go. The standing variety, if you notice, the standing and crouching light punches are slightly different in range. So these are a little slower. So if you want maximum range, you need to do the stand-up one. Timing's a little tighter because you go in between the buttons and it's a little different. Ah. There. No, I didn't get the Hadouken. I'll blame this on pad too, right? Right? Trust me. It's a pad problem. You can do 2 light punches. That one's easier for me to time, I think. But you don't get the low, of course. EX donkey kick to super jump light Tatsu DP. Yeah, you can do that. You can get, because Ryu does not have his his jumping medium punch, light punch actually will cancel on the Tatsu in this case. So you can do light punch Tatsu, Tatsu, Shoryu, or you can follow it with one Tatsu. The benefit of doing just the Tatsu is if you have 3 bars, you can do this. And it screws up. You saw it there. Because he follows them a bit better. So, yeah. Especially in a wake-up situation, just... Oh, I got it! Goodbye! Of course, you have to have all 3 bars, though. If you do an EX wake-up, you're not going to get the same thing, because you already used the bar for the EX. If you're close enough to the wall, you can get the light punch version. Oh, I dropped that. Can do that. That one's harder. But that one you can only do if you do the light punch Tatsu. You can't do it with this because he doesn't fall fast enough. You can do one Shoryu at the bottom, but you're not going to get another Tatsu out of it. So you got to use the light punch Tatsu cancel if you want all the stuff. Yeah, Ryu's got great counter hit damage because a lot of his things are single strikes. Counter hit damage only happens on the first hit of a character that's in their startup frames for a move. So, since the Shoryuken does 110 damage in one shot, that entire shot is augmented with counter hit damage. Unlike Ken, who spreads his attacks over 3 hits with his heavy Shoryuken, only that first hit. So about, I think it's like 70% or 70 damage in Ken's first hit. So you only get the counter hit damage on that 70. But here you get the whole 110, turns into 132. Will you add more character traits? For example, Ryu has a dungeon that he could cancel Fireball. Would he ever get another trait like maybe Parry? He has Parry actually. It's his Kaku Fubatsu from Street Fighter 5. So let's turn wake up on and all guard. There. So in order to load the Kaku Fubatsu, it's down back punch. And then in order to use it again, it's down back punch. So you need 2 bars. You only get 1 shot at it, but you can use it any time until the round ends, or until, of course, you use it. And it puts him in a crumple state, and you can do whatever the hell you want out of that. If you have a bar remaining, so you activate it with 2 bars and you use it, you can do a double down back and punch to do a canned finisher. It does decent damage. But that's his implementation of the parry. Oh, it's really. Like if you have max, and some EX, like you can get pretty good damage, but here's the real trick. Once I activate it, I can still gain meter. So I can build up meter while I'm fighting Ken. And now I've got 2 bars to play with. Oh, and he screwed it up. I didn't catch him in the parry. Trying to build up some meters because he's such a block. It's a little hard. Alright, so now I got 2 meters, right? Oh, I almost got 3 meters because of the combo. But the point is that if you pop it early in the round, you become more dangerous the longer you don't use it. Because now you've got meter, so when you do hit it, it's gonna hurt. Boom, like that. And he's done. So you just get crazy explosive damage with Ryu. On the right opportunity. Ryu's a very opportunistic fighter in this game. I think he was kind of that way in Third Strike, and I wanted to bring that mentality. Here, he's got the high counter damage. His Shin Shoryu is built for counter. See him doing something? Oh, check him back. Oh, boom! Look at that. Don't throw the count. Max mode. Shin Shoryu. All this shit's built for heat money. That's why he's got the parry. You have to like this. I'm further away from the mic. Oh, I'm sorry. Right here. Can you hear me now? Am I here? I think it's going up now. Am I coming in okay? Good now. Okay. Nah, mic screwed up. I had to do it. So what I was saying is the EX Denjin, it'll charge faster, of course, and you can charge it on its own. It does good amount of stun, but if you max cancel an EX Donkey Kick, it times exactly for landing that without fail. As long as you're not too close. If you're too close, they're gonna... Well, no, that one worked. Then they're gonna bounce out. Oh, wow! Okay. I guess the new push boxes are helping that. Yeah, if you're too close, he'll go over your head, and you can't get it. But if you're anywhere else, you got it. Even on the other side of the screen. Use that. It's good stun damage. Takes 2 bars. I mean, it should, because of all that. It doesn't do a shit ton of damage, but if they're about dizzy, fuck it, pop it. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Let me turn his thing off. So I'm gonna beat him up a little bit. Give him a little stun. Alright. And now he thinks he's out. He thinks he's out of the wood. Oh shit. No, I screwed it up on him. Let's get him a little stunned here. Oh. Okay. Oh, he blocked it. Shit. Alright. I'm taking guard off. He's not guarding anymore. Okay, he's got a good amount of stun, right? Boom! Dizzy! Let's go! And then just do whatever. I mean, you could do something better than that, but you get the idea. You want to get something in there. There's a whole bunch of shit you can do. Oh, yeah. Wait, no, this one. It's got good stun too. Boom! Look at that. Look at all that stun. Ryu's made for stun too, because of dungeon. He's the stun and you done goofed. You're going down kind of guy. How do I feel about the neutral game? I don't know yet. I actually haven't been able to fight anybody. I've all been just kind of running on theory for the moment. There's no one here that I can fight like a high-level match with. Well, that's the thing, though. That how are you going to play without net play? That's the problem. I mean, you can use Parsec, but my internet's not good enough to use Parsec. It's completely unplayable. My internet's slow enough. It's just a completely unplayable, like, half-second delay. And it's kind of like, yeah, I'm not getting any good information out of this. And that's one of the reasons that I want to do GGPO so bad, so I can actually play the damn game with people. And there's no local around here, which sucks. But them's the breaks, I guess. In New York, I had a local, at least. But out here in Kentucky, yeah, it is nothing. Oh, here's something you probably don't know. Or maybe you do. That, right there. Ryu's got a hard knockdown. If you can catch someone out of the air with collarbone breaker, that hard knocks down, so they can't do a roll or a quick get up. Normally, obviously, you trip Ken and he'll get up quick, or he'll roll. Come on, do a roll. There. But if you get him with collarbone breaker, now this is only in the development version. That's something we developed a few weeks ago. Oh, messed it up. Ah, it wasn't close enough. Boom. So they're forced to do an EX wake up, or well, even a normal Shoryu would work because it's a fireball. So it hits the upper body, and the Shoryu is upper body invincible. So yeah, a normal Shoryu will work. Last tip. Normally, maxes, you can only get one max in a combo. Because you gotta wait for the other one to wear off. Hey man, thanks! Alright, we're having a Patreon party tonight. Make sure you're in Discord too, because we got a private Discord channel for all you patrons. Thanks man, I really appreciate that. Lets me know that I'm on the right track if people are willing to support. Yeah, last tip I said like an hour ago. Shut up, we're having a party. It's fun. It's fine. So normally you can only get like one max cancel and then do something. Because it takes a while for max to wear off. So, you know, it's like half gone there, but I still get to do stuff with it. But what if you could do 2 max cancels? Well, Ryu is one character that can. Because Kaku Fubatsu is a super, and supers end max mode whenever you do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing. If you've got good internet, Parsec will work. But I just can't. It doesn't work for me. My net's way too shitty. Oh, that's good. That's alright. And I'm okay with that feel. I don't know. I mean, you're gonna get different takes, obviously, from different people. But I've gotten some people are like, nah, I don't like this and this about it, and that's fine. And I think there's some stuff we gotta work out as time goes on. Like some of the cross under stuff is a little wonky. So getting him to turn around with a Shoryu is a little tough. Currently, it's doable, but he's got a lot of like turnaround frame. Like when you stop running, there's like that little run stop. So if you do this, you gotta wait till the run stop's over for him to turn around to then do an attack. I'm trying to figure out ways to handle that. See, like, if you're still running, you're gonna get the other direction. So we've discussed a bit about that on the Discord and ways that we could possibly help that. Like CVS2, apparently if you do a run under, it just stops the run once you cross under, and that might help. Yeah, so yeah, trying to do like a jab cross under, or actually probably better yet would be standing light kick. Let's see. Shoot. I'm not practiced for this. Let's go. Yeah, see, and he jabbed in the other direction. Yeah, it's a little finicky, and we're trying to figure out ways to help with that. The way you can make Shinsho make the background black and a thunderbolt strike, so you know you got smoked, or is it too hard? Well, you do get thunder when you activate it. I thought Shinsho was pretty flashy as it was. Let me turn off the attack info. All that shit. I thought Shinsho was pretty flashy as it was. You think it's not flashy enough? Let's see. Don't cross under, stay on the same side, and then overhead. Like that? Yeah, it should work. If you go on the other side, then it's probably not going to work. You probably don't have enough time. Yeah, see where he jabbed in the wrong direction, and I held the back. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Something's gotta change about that. I've tried a couple things, but they've kind of broke some of the other code. But I don't know. That's one of the big discussions that we're having now. I'm not sure how to fix it. I don't think that'll hit. No, that won't hit. So the thing with the combo system is it's more like Alpha 2. So you need to get something that can launch. Oh, heavy. Oh, heavy touch of the cross up. Yeah, I got you. Oh. That's okay. Just to let you know, that's not supposed to happen yet. Let's see. Hold on. Random guard all. He's actually, the reason he crosses over like that, that's actually a glitch. I lowered the height of the push boxes, so that's the purple ones here. I lowered the height here, and his purple doesn't go all the way down, so if you do it point blank, he'll like go over him. That's not going to happen eventually. It will just stay in front like it does with the light Tatsu. So just be aware of that you see that, you're like, oh yeah, that looks good, I'm gonna do that. That's going away. I'm sorry. That's a glitch. If he's crouching, it'll go over him, obviously, but not when he's not when he's standing. It's not supposed to happen that way. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's just because I haven't increased the downward part of the push box on Tatsu yet. Yeah, it's super broke. Yeah, that's pretty much all the crazy tech I can think of at the moment. At least anything that's like new and undocumented that you guys might not know if you're looking at the dev build. A lot of the moves, like the push boxes, are a lot different than they were in the last public build. Some of the attack hitboxes have been changed, ranges have changed. I think the EX Donkey Kick, the time that you can run after it has shortened, so... How frequent do I stream? Mondays. Do Monday Pocket Fighter EX stuff from normally 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till usually like 9:30? Or not 9:30. Yeah, we usually talk about like 9:30, 10. But we went over like a lot this time. You guys just came in, there was so many questions, and I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Now I'm gonna be dead tomorrow for work, thanks a lot. If I get fired, it's all your fault. Fuck them. If they fire me over that, then whatever. Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll be alright. No, it's my fault for making a good game. Well, hey, if it's gonna be my fault, I guess that's the way I want to do it, right? Oh yeah, I was gonna explain a little bit about the combo system. So, in order to get a juggle, you need to use a move that sets a juggle. So Tatsu's one of them. There's moves that will set a juggle, and there's moves that can be used in a juggle. So what I mean by that is Tatsu sets juggle, and Shoryu takes advantage of juggle. But Shoryu can't set juggle. So if I do this, I can't do a Shoryu after again. See how the hard one whiffs? But Tatsu can juggle into itself. It's just really hard to do. So, see, Tatsu can juggle. And then, well, if I time it right. Yeah, triple overtime. Now here's the kicker, yeah. So EXs disobey the law of juggle. They will juggle no matter what. Well, I shouldn't say that. An air-to-air EX is not going to hit because you didn't set a juggle. But if you start a juggle, we'll put it that way. If a juggle has been started, then you could get an EX. Well, yeah, of course he's going to have his Rekkas. He wouldn't be Iori without Rekkas. Of course he's going to have Rekkas. He's going to have all the standard stuff. The biggest question, because Iori's got a pretty standard moveset throughout all the games. The biggest question really on our design table is what supers are Iori going to have? Hey, an average hero, what's up? The supers are pretty much what changed for Iori game to game, and most of the time he's got the same stuff. He's got the Rekkas. Sometimes he doesn't have the move where he jumps and like grabs from the air, right? Kind of like that overhead leap. Sometimes he doesn't have that one, but I like that one, so I want to put that one in there. His command grab, his grounded command grab, you gotta have that. He's always got that. He's always got his fireball, the ground wave. He's always got Rekkas. He's always got DP. Like there's just some stuff he just always has. He's always got the weird back kick in air. Think where you hold back and B, and you get that back air kick thing. He's got to have that. Like those are all the normal things he's got to have. He's got to have let's see, he's got the other command normal. I think where you hold forward in A, or you hold forward in C and then A, and then you get that. Well, he's got to have that. You know, he's pretty much always had that stuff. It's mostly the supers that are kind of like he kind of keeps changing them up. He's always got wine cups. Usually, I don't know. Did he have wine cups in 14? I can't remember now. He had some kind of like bison like psycho spark. He had his normal one where he like, you know, he slides in and gets you and does all the hits. It's very rewarding. Like when you just see, as a programmer and a designer, when you just see the things on screen and they start moving and you're like, yeah, that's cool. I made that thing move. It's even better when it moves the way you want to. Oh, hello. You sneezing? Dog's sneezing. Don't tell me a dog's getting cold. Can dogs get cold? Huh. I was gonna say, I've never like really seen a dog sick before. I think they got really good immune systems. And wait until you break the game. Well, hey, that's good though. If you can break it, then at least we know what the problem is and we can address it. Well, this stage is new, by the way. The dev build's got this stage. It's not finished yet, but it's getting there. A cow. Oh, it's a dog. It looks like a cow with that pattern. It's a dog with a crown. What emote is that? Dog with a crown. His name is King. Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah, oh, it's your actual dog. Oh, that's cool. I got his little thing. I don't know if it's Chihuahua Dachshund midget thing. I don't know. She's got a bunch of things in her. I don't know exactly what they are. She looks like a Chihuahua Dachshund or something. Boom, boom, boom. Stun. Yeah, so you need to find what moves will juggle. Will start a juggle, we'll put it that way. And what moves can take advantage of that. I know, I really do need some emotes. So here's a good example. If you use the EX after the light. Gotta get the right angle here. If you use the EX after the light Shoryu, it will connect. And it's all about being able to get because you can do, let's see. If I do, let's try this. Yeah. Well, it would have worked if I reached. You can do like 2 of these, but only would, oh, hold on. Gotta do the EX. Only would like the max cancel. If you do 2 without it, you don't get it. But see how it, even though I used a move that wasn't a juggle move, so when this happens, it takes advantage of the juggle, right? but the EX breaks the juggle rules. If there was a juggle that has started, the EX will be able to hit. That's kind of the rule. Man, if I... See, making an original fighting game would be not only very difficult, but it's one of those, like, you gotta have some budget, man. You gotta have some real friggin' money to do that stuff. Because then you gotta really pay the artists. So they gotta work full time for months on end to do all the animation for a character. Okay, I'm gonna get on my soapbox. This is the last thing, then I gotta go. Here's my soapbox about Kickstarter. And here's this thing that they won't tell you. Any dev that goes to Kickstarter, most of the time, unless it's a very tiny game, and I'm talking like Pac-Man tiny, Kickstarter, when they put up the goal and they're like, oh, I need $50,000, I need $100,000 or whatever, that is not the budget for the game. Very rarely is that enough to actually be a budget for a game. Video games are stupidly expensive to make. And that's the thing that a lot of people on the outside, you wouldn't know that. Unless you actually built a commercial video game, you don't know how much it costs. Which makes sense. Why would you know? You don't work in the video game office. But the truth is, they're incredibly expensive. And any kind of Kickstarter campaign is typically more of a marketing campaign than it is like actually fundraising. Like, sure, they make a little money off of it. But if you think about this, they say, oh, I need $100,000. Number one, there's not a lot of games you can make for $100,000. Especially not a fighting game. With any real graphical presentation to it. We'll put it that way. If you want to make some like really tiny thing with like, I don't know, 50 frames of animation for every character, by all means go ahead, but you know, it's not gonna look too pretty. But here's the thing. When you do a Kickstarter campaign, most of the money goes towards the rewards. The sprite fighters are actually probably more expensive to make because you're still animating every single frame of animation. Ones that are like Pocket Fighter, like where they're low detail, they're a bit easier to make. That's not too crazy. But if you get anything bigger than this, you start adding shading, the time it takes to complete and draw every frame is quite substantial. And it doesn't seem like that, but it takes a long time to animate something from scratch. And then you have to develop the style and the proportions and the color palettes, and all that research and development takes a long time. So when you do a Kickstarter, most of the money typically goes to the rewards because you have to pay. So say it's like, oh, you get an art book if you pay $70. Well, it probably costs like $15 to make that art book. So already most of like a part of your contribution is just gone to the art book. 10% of all the funds raised go back to Kickstarter to keep them running, to keep their servers running, to keep doing that. And so when you whittle it down like that, it's like, all right, 10%'s already gone. We got 40% stuck in rewards, or even 50% stuck in rewards. So that's 50 or 60% of all the funds now don't even go to the game. And then you got to cash it out. And I think there's taxes on that too. So you take out the taxes, and then you're left with, I don't know, you got 40% of what you got left, or 30% of that $100,000. Well, what's that? $30,000 to $40,000. Well, now you're not working with as much. Now you're working with way less than you started than it looks. So it looks good on paper. Oh, hey, they raised $100,000. Are they really only getting like 40 grand or 30 grand? And you're not going to keep a team of people full time to be able to pay their electricity, their internet bill, their food bill. They're not going to be able to survive on that for more than a few months. So that's the dirty secret about Kickstarter. Most of the time when they do a Kickstarter, they've already got someone who's agreed behind the scenes to say, hey, if you meet your Kickstarter fund, that proves there's people that's interested in your game, and then we'll give you the real budget behind the scenes. We'll give you you know, whatever. So a good example of this, if you want a real example where they were really open about this, go look at the Bloodstained Kickstarter. And if you actually read all down to through the fine print of the entire article that they posted on their campaign page, you'll see at the end that it says this $500,000 goal that we have represents 1/10 of the budget of the game. And so if we meet this $500,000 budget goal, then we have private investors who will give us the full 100% of the whole thing. That's the real reality Kickstarter. Because you can't make Bloodstain on $500,000. It sounds like an incredible amount of money. I mean, I've never hold $500,000 in my hand. I'd have a field day if I ever had that in my hand. You can't make a video game on that, not like Bloodstained. So the Bloodstained budget is really what? So if that's 500 is 1/10, so that's $5 million. $5 million was the baseline budget for Bloodstained, even though the campaign was only 500,000. That's the real truth about Kickstarter. It's a marketing campaign. It's a way to put your thing out there. You say, hey, investors, will you give me $2 million if I can go to Kickstarter and get $200,000? People to pledge $200,000, and then you make that deal, and then you go on. Yeah, all right. So we got the link here. I'm positive it's on there. I remember reading it. If it's still up, let's see. Yeah, absolutely. I have to play the shit out of it when that code gets in. Risks and challenges. Okay. Sure, it's here somewhere. Alright, let me read top to bottom here. Darkness works every corner. Integrate ship more than 300 or 30 games. Blah, blah. But let's try and get this one right. Blah, blah. Make this work and blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's not in this section. It's gotta be somewhere in here. Because he was upfront about it. I think he mentioned it in one of his videos too. Let's see. Control F. 10th? Nothing. Now I'm looking like an idiot. It's in here somewhere though, I swear to God. Oh, this is really short. Unless I edited it out after. I wouldn't imagine they would do that. Let's see. Invest. Oh. No results. I swear to God it was in here. I swear to fucking God it was in here. They were talking about it. About their private investors. Maybe it was in an interview. I could have sworn it was on the actual page though. Now I look like an asshole. I look like a complete asshole. I swear to God it's in here though. What about accountability? Questions about this project? Check the FAQ. Maybe it's in here. Good morning. Oh, these just ones that they've talked about? I swear to fucking God it's in here somewhere. Yeah, Star Citizen did the same thing. Yeah, I know it's in here somewhere. Either, I don't know, maybe it's not on this page in particular, but they did talk about it. They said that that this was 1/10 of the budget. And that if they can make the 1/10, then the private investors would give them the rest of 9/10. I don't know. It's in here somewhere. Let me see. Let me go Google. I swear to God. I swear to God it's in here. Google.com. Let's see. Bloodstained investors. Oh, I'm not getting anything but, let's see, Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Let's see, here's the Wikipedia. Investors. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. He and Judd were able to locate investors that would contribute funds, but only if they could show if there was a strong interest in the title. The two opted to use Kickstarter to demonstrate that, seeking to gain $500,000 use funding that would be 10%. Here, 10% of development costs. And the source, 11. Q&A, Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, on Gama Sutra. See? See? Yeah, the $10 Patreon tier is sold out. Yeah, continue the site. Yeah, the $10 tier is sold out on Patreon. I don't have enough money to do 2-hour consultations all the time. And you can pledge higher than the tier that you're in, but that's for the crazy people. You don't actually have to pick a tier on Patreon, which is a little known fact. You're crazy. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. That's too crazy. I'd feel bad. It's fair attempt to give fans what they want. Let's see. Investor, or 10%. Let's look at 10%. 10%. Gosh, no. Alright, it's somewhere on this friggin' page. I'm not going to read the whole article. You can read it if you want. That's the source of it, though. So, yeah. That was 10% of their total budget. So, they 90% was... So, that would be $5 million in total. And that was for their base game. And that's how it works. That's the Kickstarter game. And most of these guys won't tell you this. Most of them won't tell you this. But that's the Kickstarter game. It's a real talk Kickstarter for you. Or what they'll do, some of them will go into this and they don't have they don't have an investor yet. But what they'll do is they'll go to Kickstarter, they'll make their $50,000, whatever it is, for their indie game, and then they'll go to publishers after the fact and be like, hey, look, I raised $50,000 for my game. There's a market out there for that. People want this. Now, what can you do for me? That's the other approach that some indies take. And that's the riskier approach. And that's why some of them fold. I'm just telling you. Sometimes you're like, oh, they ran out of money. How'd they run out of money? Because the money wasn't for the game. There's not enough money there to make the game. Why do you think Mighty Number 9 did 2 Kickstarters? Because they ran out of money. And they admitted it. They're like, oh yeah, we didn't think we thought we were getting more money than we thought we did. They came out and literally said that. They thought they were getting more money than they thought they did. They didn't account for all the all the rewards taking up so much money. So how come the Mighty Number 9 rewards took like 3-4 years to come out? Because they ran out of money. They couldn't produce them. And then when they got bought out by someone else, I think like 505, not 505, Level 5 Games bought Concept, and they spent their own money to fill the rest of those rewards. Because I don't know if they didn't read the fine print or whatever it was, but they found out that those rewards were really expensive, and that ate away the game's budget. And then the game came out in its messy state. And, you know, then the ports got dropped, and, you know, that's the thing. That's what happened. Is what happened. You can look that up. There's interviews with that shit where they're like, yeah. You know what? Stop Skeletons from Fighting. The YouTuber Stop Skeletons from Fighting did like 2 videos on Mighty Number 9, like a big one, a big start one, and then like an update one later. Look up his channel. and you'll get the full scoop of what happened. They go over the whole thing. And so I'm telling you, Kickstarter, people don't know. Kickstarter is not about making money for the game. You can't make a game on Kickstarter money. You just can't. It's not. Because if you look at it, if I went on Kickstarter and I said, I need $4 million to make my indie fighting game, people would look at that and laugh. They wouldn't contribute to that. Be like, $4 million? You out of your friggin' mind? Yeah, Shovel Knight even ran out of money. There you go. If I put up, I'm just spitballing here. Let's say I want a good, really good looking indie fighting game. I need $4 million to put it up there. People would look at that and be like, you're freaking crazy. I'm not giving you money for that. $4 million? Everybody else is only charging $100,000, $50,000. What makes you think you need $4 million? Because they're not giving you the actual budget of the game. It's not how Kickstarter works. You go up there with an actual game budget, you'll be laughed off the stage. It just won't happen. Unless you have so much clout that you can actually do it. Like Bloodstained, yeah, sure, they raised 500 or 5 million. But if they asked for 5 million right away, I think people would have laughed them right off the platform. They'd be like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on now. Why do you need $5 million when everybody else is asking for a fraction of that? And that's the mentality you have to deal with. I think if you put too high a number on there, people are going to look at that and they'll be like, you don't need that much money. How come you need that much money? Because most people don't know how much money goes into making the game. It just, I don't know. That's my soapbox. That's my real talk. Kickstarter is not what you think it is. I'll tell you what's up. They may not tell you, but I'll tell you. I'll tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to die now because it's almost midnight where I am, and I have to go to sleep and go to work. So you've all contributed to my early demise. You can all feel bad now. Effing chat. And alright, well, I'll close that. Yeah, no problem. No problem. That's what this is for. If you got questions, that's what all this say. Yeah, early birthday. Happy early birthday. Yeah, no problem. So I'll be back on the 22nd. It'll be Monday, the 22nd, Eastern Standard Time, or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, birthday in 7 minutes. So we do a gameplay stream. So this is just a development stream. We do a gameplay stream on Sunday. So that was yesterday, of course. But the 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do gameplay stuff. So we're going to be finishing Mega Man 11 one way or another on Sunday. Because Tim won't shut up about it. So we got to play it and finish. If we can't find my copy, so I lost it, of course. We'll just play Tim's copy through Family Share on Steam. We'll get through it one way or another. So that's coming up. That'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, and again Monday for a Pocket Fighter. So that's pretty much it. Let's see. I have to reload my patron list now. Since we got some new guys. So, alright, this, of course, is a patron-funded stream, and we are going to read off all the dudes here. Let me pull it up. I gotta refresh the list. Alright, we got Zombie Killer, we got Miguel Tabasco, we got Jose Martinez, Slugs GOW. I don't know, what's the GOW stand for? Awakened Emperor? Oh, crap, it's cut off. Yeah, Awakened Emperor, Angel, Rui Luis, Uncle Roy, Mike Cruz, Karen Williams, Corporal Chundras, Bryce Nagalingam, AJ, Anthony Moniz, D-Money 107, and LD Walker. Oh, Gears of War? I had a feeling. I'm like, GOW. I'm like, Gears of War? I'm like, maybe? I don't know. I'll ask. But thank you guys so much. And, yeah, Slugs, Gears of War. Okay. Gotcha. All right, cool. Thank you. And yeah, keep in touch on the Discord. Make sure you can see the Patreon only section too. I noticed that Patreon changed their settings, so I hope it works. If it doesn't, let me know. But I think they changed how the roles work on there. But yeah, anyway, so that's pretty much it. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta go. I'm gonna die. And it's all your fault. No, not your fault. It's my fault for staying. But I love it. So, alright, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, and scrub out.